Alright. Day 191, or not, 192, is more
Time is money, friend.
of the same. But, instead of just love tokens today, and it's rather late tonight, so it's not really the day, but instead of just love tokens tonight, we will also be doing... Oh, did I actually push the fine? There we go. We will also be doing the profession quests. Now, I don't know how many profession quests I'm going to get done. I'll aim for all of them.
Hey, how you
But
doing?
the love tokens are the main draw. And the main goal. Oh yes, I need more love fools.
Well, spit it out.
2 more, in fact. Alright, just 1 more. And 7 tokens. I mean, if I can manage to get enough... I should have put this in the bank. If I can manage to get enough charms, then I'll be able to finish the love fools tonight. But I'm curious about that. I'm not sure that's gonna happen. I'm not sure that's gonna happen. I have a rather good feeling about not getting enough charms. And I'd rather just wait till tomorrow if the alternative is garbage. Going all the way up to Silver Pine Forest. My brain's just not functioning very well today. I'm not getting those clear thoughts. So I'll stumble over my words and phrasing a bit as we go about. But that's fine.
Always got stuff to offer. Keep an eye out for anything.
Well now, you're so...
1 there. 1 here.
Take all the time you need. This is when you leave.
Sundered Onyx.
I will
Oops.
see you again.
Hold that thought. Okay. I need frameless lenses and ceravite ore. And I need silken gem dust, which requires this. Let's just crush all 4 of these. Any other tier 1s that I can just go ahead and smash? Yep, right there. And right here. Let's just smash all these, get a bunch of gem dust. That way I don't have to keep on making it all the time. Okay, now we need frameless lenses. Sundered Onyx. Oh, I can make these, can't I? Let's go ahead and make 1 of each of these. Yes, right here. And I'll go ahead and make one more pair of frameless lenses. Okay, yeah. The crafter's metal over here.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Okay, so we want another onyx loop, which I'll be able to make as soon as I go mine something. Put it over there. And what's the other thing? Stolen trinkets. Where do I find the stolen trinkets? Is there anywhere else? Yes, right there. Okay. Well, we'll head that way. We'll head that way. The timer for the dungeon is probably going to be rather... Oh. Those... the Tuskar tackle boxes. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I guess they're still kind of not the most available. Is that the way to put it? Not the most available? What is Thaldrassus? Okay, we won't pick up and... You know what? I'll just go ahead. I'll come up here.
Make this quick.
No, not you. You.
We protect the isles.
I'll go ahead and accept that. Turn that on. And see how many Tuskar tackle boxes are still down here. See if there's still a million. Nope, nowhere near as many. Do they not provide any sparks? That's rather unfortunate. Well, yeah, I'm disappointed by that. I was under the impression that those probably would have given me sparks of life from looting them. That's not what happened at all. Well, since those aren't going to give me sparks, I'll go ahead and just turn war mode back off. Because I do not actually want to do PvP stuff at the moment. So let's head off to where I was looking. And all the tackle boxes spawn back in. I mean, it's a pretty good source of fish. And of, gray transmogs from the Dragon Isles. I'll give it that. Oh. Okay. try that again. Just immediately disconnect me again. What's going on, Blizzard? Okay, it appears to be working this time. What's going on over here? Oh, they put a little highlight around the packs. Cool. Nice-oo. Oh, potion that apparently didn't get stacked on over there. Come on. Once again, another try. There's that mining node. The bear's kind of blocking it, though. Wrong button. I'll have to ship all this cooking stuff over to the mage.
Our lands are under attack. Tend to those in need and see to it that the threat is removed.
Nobody's fighting it right now, but you know, I'm right here. I can just join a group. 7 tanks.
Our lands are under attack. Tend to those in need and see to it that the threat is removed.
Target you.
I am quite large.
Target you. Breath incoming.
I am dying. I am dying.
Breath incoming. Breath incoming.
And just gold.
With the beast laid to rest, our healing may begin. Thank
What?
you, champion.
Dead nonetheless. Dead nonetheless. What do I need to fight here? Gnolls. It says... Okay, the text is 25, but this says 10. Okay, the gnolls I'm supposed to protect her from are not alive at the moment. I guess I can come down after these gnolls, though. Was that a change? Did they change the number of trinkets needed? And they just hadn't gotten around to changing the text yet? That sounds like something that would be about correct. Sounds very much like a Blizzard thing. Okay, well, the damage over time gave me a... Wrong button. Gave me a charm. That's nice. There appears to be a fair amount of people around here right now. I wonder if they're here for the same purposes. Hi, guys. Taking a fair amount of damage. Granted, my equipment's terrible. So I'm gonna be taking damage. I'm gonna be taking a lot of it. Until such time that I actually have good equipment. Or at least decent equipment. This isn't where I would prefer to be fighting gnolls, but it's where I am. So I'm gonna continue here. Rather not go after him, but I will go after these hunters up here. Oh, there's a few of them. Oh. Nope. No, it should be fine. I should be good. I should be good, hopefully. No! Oh, I'm so close to surviving this. Yeah, there we go. I made it. I made it. Barely. Skin of my teeth. But I made it nonetheless. Alright, 3 more trinkets. I didn't sign back up for the dungeon. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, come on, hyenas. Really? At least I can do a pretty good job taking down the weak ones. The small ones go down real quick. Five charms, you say? Well, it's not like I'm getting them any kind of speed here. Oh, there's all my trinkets. There's all my trinkets. Alright, how about the gnolls that are supposed to be attacking this person? They're still not around. Okay. Well, in that case, while we're waiting on our dungeon queue, we'll just start going around to some of these mining nodes and world quests. Get some reputation while we're at it. I'm not fighting that hard for that node. Bear, I was nowhere close to you. Nowhere close. Also, the mining node that I was going after apparently ceased to exist. I guess someone's just like a minute ahead of me, mining up the nodes. What's this node and where is it? There it is.
Decay still lingers in this place. We must do what we can to stop its spread. I am counting on your aid.
Bunch of people here. Oh yes, the strongest Tuskar. Wow, how are there so many people around? I'm honestly really surprised about that. Yeah, there's just a ton of people around. this late into the night. Yeah, there's a trench right here. Ah. Thank you. Also, these guys trying to steal my guy. My target. And that man's just AFK. Okay, he woke back up. Wow, this tree doesn't want to go down. Okay, the decay oozes aren't that big of a threat. Not as big as the rot flinger. Okay, I should be able to just aggro the oozes. Then I push this button. Okay, they didn't all explode. Just most of them. I was moving too fast and didn't hit myself with the heel. Good job, me. Alright, that's all the Trents, so now I just need the ooze piles. Oops, there's a bunch right here. I don't think I can get those oozes without aggroing this man, so I might as well just aggro this man first. Go down, please. Ah, we're up to 8 charms. Seems like it's very doable at this point. Very possible that I'll get all my charms and be able to turn them in. Three more oozes. Come on, fall over. How about you? Or this corpse right here? No? How about you? You gonna fall over for me? Nope. We'll try this one again. Nope. I'm hoping they'll explode into oozes, but it's just not happening. How about here? Nope. This one? Well, I guess I'll just go after this guy then. One more charm. One more charm. And 3. Alright, what's the respawn timer on those oozes over here? That's my question. Oh, I got one. Hurrah. And I got the charms. That means that I can turn in the charms, and once I open my box from the dungeon, I'll have at least 10 tokens on this character, and thus I will be able to once again buy a third loveful. And the third loveful will give me all I need to get that achievement. There we go. Thank you. Did I got one wilder cloth from that. Just one. Okay. Hello? Anybody? Push button. Receive bacon. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Just love tokens in the box. Nothing interesting. Okay, so now
Decay still lingers in this place.
we'll go find some more oozes. Then we can head back to Stormwind and be done here. Or the oozes will already be dead. Come on, man. Explode into oozes, please. I need 3 of them. Oh, there's two. If I can just get one more, man. Just one more. Will that one? Oh, there's some. Yes. Come on. Come at me. And done.
Thank you, my friend. You're not just aiding the Tuskar. All who dwell
Wait,
in the
hold on.
Dragon Isles are in your debt.
No, it'd still be faster. I was just thinking that I need to go back to Thaldraszus, but it would still be faster to teleport to Lion's Pride Inn, and then Stormwind, and then come back to Thaldraszus. And I can sell all this garbage. I need to make some better bags. I've just been doing a lot to catch up with these world events, that I haven't been doing anything that's more of a real account. Or not even account, just better than what I am. Like, an improvement on my quality of life. That's what bags are. They're an improvement on quality of life. And I can make better bags than this, most definitely. But I just haven't. Okay. I need the third love pool. Cool. And I can make a bracelet. Oh. I still have this mount marked as a favorite on the Alliance side. I mean, it's one I haven't seen in a while, so that's fine, I guess.
You need something? See you later.
Yes. Okay. So, I have 3 love pools. I need to go to Wintergrasp, Calling of Strathholm, and Nax. So, out of those, we can get to some of them just through the portal. Almost directly. Calling of Strathholm, I just need to take the Caverns of Time portal. Wintergrasp, portal. Nax is about equidistant from Dalaran as Wintergrasp, just in the opposite direction. Alright, let's get those profession quests turned in. And once I do the love fools, and I get the pity the fool achievement, I can move this character over to
Keep the balance.
dress boxes. Renown up. What was it called? Sundered Onyx Loop. There we go.
I have all the time in the Isles. I will see you again.
And turned in. Yeah, I know I have profession knowledge and spelt. I'll get to it. I want to double check that I didn't rank up the consortium.
Browse at your leisure.
Nope. Okay. Okay, specializations. Ah, right, mining. Yeah, I wanted that. I wanted this. Because why wouldn't I want that? And for jewel crafting, I was maxing this out. And I can't quite get that last point in. Well, getting that last point might be doable this week. Not right now, though. And it's a time-walking week. So... that might not be too hard to do. If I actually just do it. Alright, cavern time. Let's head over to the calling the Stratholm. What is my specialization right now? I'm on hover. Okay. That is acceptable. Gotta go fast and all that. Will I be doing the dungeon? No. Just like I won't be doing Naxxramas. I will be doing just enough to get the achievement. Hopefully, none of these will do something weird. Hopefully. And I really only mean that it'll register as the achievement getting completed right away. I won't have to go buy a new one. Yep, counted. Alright, next up, Winter Grasp and Nax. I think it's been a very, very long time since I went into Naxxramas. Very, very long. Years. I think the Naxxramas in Wrath, you fly up to the entrance, and then you go through a portal to enter the instance. In Classic, you would use this little teleporter that was on the ground, and I think in Wrath you just fly up to it. That sounds right to me. Ah, Death Knight. Oh, right here. Crystal Unforced. And I should be able to go through... get to Winter Spring. Winter Grasp, real easy. That should be no problem. Ah, there's Naxxramas. I'm like, isn't it in Zuldrak? No, it's slightly outside. It's actually closer to Grizzly Hills. Remove all waypoints. Yes. Alright. Winter Grasp should be super simple. I should be able to just land right over here next to the lake. And be good. I will go closer to the ground, though. Wait, I don't need to. Dracthyr can fly. Or at the bare minimum, I can, glide. Okay, Winter Grasp has shown up. Says Winter Grasp. That counted. We're good. Okay. Back to Nax. Hopefully, with any luck, the moment I get this last thing done with the Naxxramas, I'll immediately get full for love. With any luck, I will immediately get full for love. It's not showing up on this. This isn't, oh, because it's not in the main achievement tab, maybe? Maybe that's just a bug for, the achievement add-on. But yeah. It has collected on all the rest of these. So hopefully it'll just give me this. I won't have to do one of the two non-crossing achievements. Faction crossing achievements. We can only hope. Yes. Alright. And I'm in the instance. Put down Love Fool. Yeah, we're good. I pitied the fool for love. And thus, new title. Love Fool. That is one more world event completely finished. Except for Love Magnet and some love token rewards. But it's good. I believe next is Noble Garden. Next month after. Well, I guess next is actually Trial of Style. We do have the Hatching of the Hippogriffs event next week. Then March of the Tadpoles for a single day event. Yeah. Then Noble Garden in April. Noble Garden in April. Then Children's Week in May. And then June starts the Fire Festival. Yes. Either way, we're done on this character. We're done on this character. So we will log out and move on to the Warlock. Get the dungeon and the sampler. The dungeon and the sampler quest done. And now we can just start moving through these at a decent pace. Profession quests. Sampler daily. dungeon.
What's up? Have a good one. Yo, keep it real.
Sign up for the dungeon. There you go.
Greetings. Be careful.
Alright, samplers. Samples passed out.
Time is money, friend.
Oh, I got a level up from that. Right, I was having a bit of trouble finding where I wanted to put points in on the Warlock. Not opposed to Burning Rush, just for the convenience of occasionally being able to use it. It'll be mostly useful for like farming old world content than it will be for anything else.
I am designed to serve.
Well, that's just another step closer to maxing out this character's level.
Aspects watch over you.
Ice ink. Icy excrement.
Honor all dragon.
Yep.
See anything new?
Nothing to get from there yet. Need to find more dirt for my seedlings. 20 Holchenbloom. Already got some.
Safe travels.
So we can just turn that in right away. Right. We're going up to here. Yes.
What can I do for you? Have a good
Givey. Alright. So... excrement. Icy excrement. Bear poop. Frosty bear poop. Why am I doing this? That's the wrong one to push first.
Watch your feet.
Oh, we focused him down pretty hard. That's fine by me. He's the annoying one. Necklace. It's slightly higher item level because, well, I leveled up. And in the box, love tokens.
Mountains are mighty here. Plant our banners to mark what the Dragon Scale expedition has discovered.
Oh, that's a pretty good world quest, honestly. For just level ups and rep and stuff. Very, very quick and easy. This is a new week, so we have additional petals we can get. Or ore, or leather scraps. Alright, I still want my Void Walker. Here, just take some portals. Because I find it funny. Yeah, that sure does seem like it might be a faster time to kill, doesn't it? Probably is. It probably is. Didn't need to do that, but I did. Now, I could have sworn last time I did this that the little cubs didn't drop much excrement, if any at all. But I seem to be getting plenty from them. Seems to be going 1 for 1, basically. So I guess we'll just ignore that. Well, I think... yeah. This is all we need to do on this character now. I just need to finish the excrement quest here. Head back to, Saldrassus. Turn it in, and, continue on to the next character. I should never ever use Immolate as a filler. I'm kind of doing it occasionally on accident, without really thinking. Just pushing the Immolate button. Need to avoid doing that. Three more. Well, that won't be an issue. Won't be an issue whatsoever. And hey, I'm probably gonna get enough charms also. So I'll be able to turn in my charms for a couple more points. Couple more tokens. Let's be honest, I kind of expected they were going to be out of range. And done. Awesome. I don't have a choice. Oh no, I slipped. Overloaded Frost is amazing. It's great. Risebark, you should belong up here, I guess. Not down there. Alright, Valdrassus. Okay, hold on. I was about to say I'm coming, but no, I gotta pick up some stuff. Where's my legendary crafting equipment that allows me to extend the range on harvests? Double your harvest range. There's the pedal. Now, this is very important. Because these... Yeah, gathering herbs. Herbs. Yeah. So even though I'm going for a specialization in a specific kind of herb, it affects all of them. Which is great. Now let's get up here before I find more plants. Then again, more rousing elements are always super worthwhile. Come on. There we go. Thank you. And on we go. I'm a little bit far over because I'm heading towards this quest objective rather than towards the city. That's where I actually want to go.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
There you
Serve
go.
well.
I did it. Alright, we'll fly over here. We'll see if the
Historians of old used to create fishing rules.
the bear is over here. No. Doesn't really look like it. Grizzlefur is not the one I need, right? No. So, let's go back up to the city, turn this in, go on to the next character. Is that underneath me? Yeah, it's outside of the city.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
I see ink, turn it in. Double check I haven't increased my rep. Nope. Alright, so we have 4 more points for this. We'll go with fire. Then we'll keep on putting points into this. Find Darkmoon cards of fire. Awakened fire from Darkmoon fire cards. Okay. Now, Darkmoon deck box. Inferno. Yeah, Rise Bark. I need chilled runes. Well, I can make 1 runed Rise Bark. And that's still a point. And that's still this. Cooking tool. Scribe's quill. I need to just... Okay. Awakened Order, Wildcloth. Okay, I just need to shift over some Order and Wildcloth. I need to just shift over everything. I need to shift over everything. Okay, but the rolling pin at least... I can make one of those. And that is another point to apply. Darkmoon deck boxes. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so you need the Darkmoon deck first, And then you can make it, you can upgrade it into the deck box. Got it. Understand. Well, this character, I can actually go get 5 more love tokens right now. So let's do that. Yeah, very, very quickly killing myself. I'm tempted to... Controls be warlocks. Because there's a meme here about health regen for warlocks. So I'm curious if trolls can be warlocks and just triple down on just health regen.
See you around.
Alright, well that's 20 tokens, which means I can get another dress box.
I got what you need.
Dress box.
Have a good one.
And it's a duplicate.
Aha, potential customer.
I am at this point more likely to get a duplicate than to get a new one
If you ever need
by a rather decent amount, so we just gotta deal with that. Paladin.
Talk to me. Hurry back.
What's up? Be good. Yo. Have a good one.
Alright, and I will continue to do the Crushing the Crown quest for Hordes. Because it is not that hard. Five. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crushing the Crown.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, that's going to be another dress box for this character. Starting at 18 love tokens. Can get 5 from the boss, at least. And 8 from the quests. From the Crushing the Crown quests. So, yes. Well, that was fast. Okay, then. This is fine. More than fine, in fact. Good, even. Alright. Another box. Another 5 love tokens. And nothing else. And nothing else. I did mean to double check. Yeah, the Heartbreaker. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I need those 2 things. I need those 2 drops, man. Come on. Give me those drops. Oh. Is there not a huge number of people just farming out here today? Wow. I'm slightly surprised. Yep, I'm slightly surprised. Maybe after a... Maybe we've gone far enough in that most people are done with the event in some way or another. They've gotten all they wanted to get. Maybe not, though. I mean, I've only been here for a short while, and it already looks like some more people are showing up. I'm feeling the pain. There we go. Piece of paper. Alright, did I get enough enemies? Yes. Okay, cool. Ah, no, the farming group's just over here. Alright, well that's fine. We'll make sure we're out of combat. Teleport on back to Orgrimmar. Then we need to pick up those profession quests. Get those done. In addition to that, the dress box. Ah, there we go. Cool.
Yo, be good. Keep it real. Be good. Keep it real.
That's all the dresses. That's all the dresses. So now it's just the suit box. Yes. Oh, no. Something, is going on with all the things there. It has things listed twice. That's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen at all. Oh well. Nothing that can be done about that. Not by me, at least. Alright, let's head to Thaldraszus and see about those profession quests. Okay, does it want to make me... Does it want me to make more, draconium hammers for it? Is that what I see over here? Draconium hammers? Draconium blacksmith hammers, yes. Yes, indeed. Well, I don't know if I actually have the draconium needed. Draconium blacksmith hammer. Huh? Oh, I should have put that in there. Well, the mining specialization is more important to spend whenever I obtain it. Yes, just finesse. 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 Cool.
Be welcome.
15 earthen samples from earth elementals.
Farewell, then.
Alright.
Always got stuff to offer.
Not high enough rep for that stuff yet. Where do I go for earth elementals?
Hey there. Safe travels.
Well, game says there's some right on the edge of... There is some right on the edge over here, isn't there? Down here. And apparently in this cave down here. One hit, instant daze. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of little ones in here. Yes, I remember. I see these guys every couple days because of the world quest. Well, if these guys can give a relatively good drop rate, I do not mind going after them. Oh man, I misclicked everything there. It's fine. Are the samples 1 for 1? That'd be great. They are indeed. They are indeed. That is very good news. Ah. I hope the rework they're coming out with for Paladin, Ret Paladin, is decent. I would rather double down on things you're good at than spread out to be kind of all over the place. And right now it feels like there's a lot of stuff that Retribution Paladin does that's just nonsense. I don't know why I have these abilities to allow people to heal based off of attacking enemies, when that would make a lot more sense for Holy Paladins. In the past, Holy Paladins specifically had a thing where you wanted to be up close and smacking the boss, even if you're not doing any damage, for mana regen purposes. Oh, I tagged him. Okay, we're gonna have to actually kind of be a little bit serious here. Yeah, I know I want to do damage to you, guy, but my global cooldown's rather poor. So I'm gonna wait for my global cooldown every time. And it feels like I wait longer on my global cooldown than anything else. More time spent in global cooldown waiting than actually pushing buttons. One more. Done. Don't need to fight anything else, just need to leave. If you would please not respawn this dude right here before I get out, that'd be great. Appreciate it. Also, let's go ahead and
welcome back, adventurer.
Do this.
I shall test your mettle. Perseverance, reward. You have created your first spark of ingenuity. I am sure you shall use it wisely.
Yeah, go ahead and accept the next one.
Let us see.
Wait, what's this?
Greetings.
Learn about crafting orders. Okay.
Do you
sure.
wish to prove yourself worthy of Tyr's invention? Then join me once more for a new challenge.
Show me your hands. Goodbye.
Last blacksmithing writ. Yeah, I know, I've got points. Learn, apply. Alright, more points here now. So we can start moving into maces and hammers.
Take a look.
Nope. Don't got rep for that yet. Let's say this is what I'm looking at, right? Valued and esteemed. Okay. This character is done with its tasks for right now.
Aspect's grace shine down on you.
So let's swap over to the next one. We're at 11 tokens. Well, that's okay. More than. Because besides the Lovebird and the Loveboat, it's just the suit box now. It's just the suit box. Accept.
Hey, how you
Accept.
doing?
Push button. Pound Company. Now pass out samples.
You break it, you buy it. The pleasure was all mine.
If you ever need anything.
Oh, I'm done.
What's up? Keep it
And
real.
turn that in. Okay, that wasn't enough to open a suit box. Need 4 more. So let's head over to Crushing the Crown. I'm actually to the point where I don't need to do Crushing the Crown anymore. I don't. I'm good on that. I don't need to do it. I'm going to continue doing it for just the moment, though. I am almost done with all of my characters except for the rogue and the mage. I'm almost done. The suit box is the only thing left, and with 4 out of my 6 characters doing the suit box and working on the suit box, it should not be difficult whatsoever to finally catch up and finish it. So really, now, the only thing I have to worry about is the rogue. I need 100 tokens for the rogue. I need 100 tokens for the rogue. And then I'll be able to get the love boat. The mage is almost at 270. There's a minimum of 18 that I earn every day. So depending on how many tokens I get from the boss and how many charms I have on the mage, I could theoretically just get 30 tokens today and be done with the mage. Get the lovebird, be done with the mage, and then it's just the rogue. It's just the rogue. Ah. They killed it too fast. What you doing, tank? There you go. I guess I should focus on this dude since I'm a hunter, not a melee class.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
There we go. Once more, he is gone. I've got another box to open. And we got 10 tokens. That's a good roll. It's a good number. Oh, actually, hit him, please. Alright, 8 of 12. The bat's dying. The bat's died. Oh, so many. So many. Down you go. Down you go. That's gonna be another one after me. But we can come over here, grab our last page, then get out of the way, and head off to our next objective, which is, of course, the profession quests in Thaldraszus.
Yo, have a good one. Be good. Keep it real.
Alright, up to 34 tokens.
Time is money, friend.
Yes. Suit box. And that's 1 of 3. We just need to hope we get the other 2 boxes. Or the other 2 suits. Without too many tries. Let's see about those profession quests. Alright, what's the engineering one gonna want me to make? Handfuls of Ceravite bolts. That's more than okay. Easiest one ever. Yep, and here's your 15 fiery points. Fiery bits.
Browse at your leisure.
10 primal rituals. Okay.
Good day to you. See you around. Have a good one.
I know down here is a much better place to go for the primal rituals. Because there's only like a handful of primalists
Escarins of old used
in
to
each
create
area.
fishing lures by extracting magic from the water elementals around the temple. Would you collect some for us?
Nah, I'm going over here. Going over ha.
The mountains are mighty here. Plant our banners to mark what the Dragon Scale expedition has discovered.
Come on, you can make it. You can make it. You can't make it. Cat making squeaky toy noises right outside my door. It's almost like he wants something from me. I mean, my cat's in my room, just behind me. So it's not my cat that's screaming at me. It's a hardened node, you say? I do want. Alright, these elementals are a bit of a pain in the butt, but they need to go down. They need to go down because they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Just the amount of damage they do compared to everything else. That's not really fair. It's all the mages and casters that do an absolute ton of damage. Three. Five. Ooh. That one's free. I wish all of them could go that easy. Unfortunately, they can't. Did I actually get the counterspell off? I don't think so. You just suddenly hear this liquid noise behind you. What is that? Well, obviously, my cat woke up. My cat woke up, and he wants some water. That's what it is. He must have, heard me talking about him. Oh, hey, that's one of the, actual rares. Well, unfortunately, I'm busy taking these dudes on, so I'm not going over there. Nine of 10. And 10. Awesome. Let's go turn this in. And then we can move on to the next character. Oh, I do have enough for a charm bracelet, though. I do have enough for a charm bracelet, though. It'll only get me to 19, unfortunately. Engineering. Double check that it hasn't increased my rep.
See anything new?
Nope. What god?
Keep an eye out.
Alright. Couple more points into engineering. Good to go. Alright, next character we go. On to the last two. The rogue and the mage. I should have probably jumped on the mage first. But it's fine. It's more than alright. Hi, cat. Do you need out? Okay, let's get you out. Okay. Cat has been removed.
Time is money, friend.
Sampler.
Hey, how you doing? Be good.
Crown Company. Pass them out as we sign up.
Strength and honor.
7, 8, 9, 10.
What's up? Have a good one.
Yeah, 179. Nope. Going out the sewer entrance. Going out the sewers. And getting caught on the lamp. Do I have any reason to have those? No, I do not. No, I do not. Yeah, I'll probably end up compiling a bunch of this stuff onto one character. And by a bunch of it, I mean all of it. Just all the crafting supplies that can be mailed over, just mail them over to one character. See what they can get. Which will probably be my mage. I'll probably just pick a day, mail absolutely everything over to my mage. Make all the Chrono Cloth and the Azure Cloth bolts that I can. Make bags. Rinse and repeat through my characters, just shifting all the crafting materials over each time. This dude just AFKing.
Watch your feet.
Down you go. Just tokens. All right. 187 out of 270. Need this. Throw bomb. Yeah, I could get those guards. I'm not going to. Just want this piece of paper. Now I'll go after these guards a little bit. Six of 12. The group over here. Just tagging everything. Alright, we need some more. We need some more. 3 more to be exact. Two more. This'll do. Except that test subject is coming. Don't want to mess with him. If he can be avoided, I should avoid him. There we go. And that's that done. That's that done.
Yo, be good. Have a good one. Keep it real.
Okay, 195 is what we're up to. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. That looks very doable. I need 75 more. And I have like 5 days to get it. Yeah. And we're getting at least 20 a day, almost. Technically at least 18 a day. But we can have a 2 margin of error. Sell that garbage, sell this garbage. Don't need either of these. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Those go away. Sell that. Alright, let's see what the profession quests want from me. And pick up the Aiding the Accord quest.
The waters flow again.
Hello. See you later.
Alright, my Kel quest is Proto-Drakes. My delivery quest is 40 leather. I mean, that's a lot, but I got plenty. And my crafting quest is Bone Rock Crossbows. Bone Rock Crossbows are some of the most demanding crafting quests. I need Ruined Wraithbark. 2 Ruined Wraithbark. That's gonna... Man, that's money. That's money, man. Why you gotta be like this?
Take all the time you need.
Ruined Wraithbark. Two Ruined Wraithbark.
This is when you leave.
Skinning. There we are. And I'm going for elemental infusions so I can get up to decay.
Take a look. I'm here.
Nothing on there yet. Yeah.
Are you good? May your arrow always fly true.
Alright, then I need Proto-Drake wings. Oh, we know where I'm going for that. It's always the same place. And before I go, let's take a stop right here and see. Yeah, I have skin customizations. Black and blue. Let's go with swept. I want to stand up. I want him to stand out a bit. Oh right, I went like full on finned for this guy, didn't I? because half these tails are kind of weird looking. That's the throat. Put on the armor, though. Green or red? I'll keep the red and gold. The wacky unicorn horn looking thing. Yeah, like I said, I went full on finned for this one. I don't think hair color matters for me anymore. Yeah, let's accept that. All right. Proto Drake Reserve, here we come. A little bit far over. Oh no. The bug. Oh. Get some free leatherworking off the first guy. Learn. Keep on applying. Almost always, the drakes are the same color. Yeah, like there's a green and red one fighting over there, but most of the time they're the same color. Probably just coincidence. I don't see why there would be anything about that. All right, here comes the dangerous pull. But I've learned that you should just use Cloak of Shadows, not evasion. Because they're not doing much actual physical damage. Almost all of their damage comes from the fire breath, smacking you 3 or 4 times in a row. Alright, we need 2 more. And there we go. All the wings I need. And enough charms for 1 bracelet. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over into the Oneron Plains and start Angry mammoth full.
A wild creature stalks this land. Come, join the hunt. Prove your skill.
Yeah, I've already got it. Just there's no one else around. So as much as I would like to stab that dude in the face, I can't do it by myself. Why did he just come after me? Why? What happened? Why did he see me and come after me? I mean, I guess. That's fine. Can I skin you?
We near the end of our hunt. Signal the other hunters by blowing the horn.
Were you not actually part of the hunt?
You did better than I expected. My scouts will search for new hunting grounds while these lands replenish.
Are you just like... You're a boss, but you weren't related to the Great Hunt? Oh. Nope. And that's just vendor trash because I already know the recipe. Okay. Okay, I guess. I won't argue. Are you farming skinning? Is that what you're doing over here? No? Okay. Well... bait. I can make a earth infusion now. Sure. Oh! What'd you do that for, lizard? Just came in and walloped the little rabbit. Just decimated him. Oh, you know what? Maybe that guy was looking for the tendons. The sinew. That would make sense why he came in, killed a bunch, and immediately left. But no, I want to get over here to where I know where the Argali is. Oh, it's a world quest. Aiding the Accord Week. Okay, that one's an easy one. That one's a super easy one. Come on, man. At least give me some charms. Charms are just a little bit inconvenient on the rogue here. Maybe it's because I'm playing an assassination rogue. And I've got a bunch of damage over time effects. Kinda like how it seemed that once I swapped from affliction to destruction on the warlock, it felt like I was getting charms more often on that. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. Not gonna lie. It's kind of super impossible to tell. But it feels like it. I know that the mage gets charms way faster than anyone else. And maybe that's just based on the mage doing way more damage than everybody else. By almost double. And that's why? Just the speed of killing enemies makes the drop rate feel more common, even though it's the same drop rate. I could theory craft and make stuff up all day and never actually know. See, like, now I'm getting a ton of them. Oh. Okay, Song of Victory. With the Tuskar. $18. I wanted to get to at least 20. That way I can get 10 more charms. And as always, whenever I'm just out to farm for something, and it doesn't matter what enemies I want to farm, then I want to go after these ones. Get more tough primal wool. Well, there's 20 charms. Good on me. I've killed so many of these Muskin. 132. Once I hit my next charm, I'll head out back to Thaldraszus. Come on, just one more. Just one more to maintain the slot in my bag. That's all I want. I don't even necessarily want to turn them both in right now. There we go. Give me that pile of dirt. On top of a little spit of land. Yeah, worth it. One more point in leatherworking.
You have come to the right place.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's one of the worst batch of items at the black market auction house ever. Just 2 items that no one cares about. Excuse me, everyone wants the unclaimed boxes. Could be anything. It could actually be a boat.
Greetings, stranger. I'll pass your
I'm assuming that didn't
Always got stuff to
touch
offer.
my rep with the consortium yet. Nope. I'm always surprised that the consortium is so far behind where I think it should be. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's say any possibility of some orders to fill? No. Nope. Nope. Alright. Well, this character is just about done. I'm gonna go turn in at least 1 bracelet. I might fill in 2. I might make my way over to Thunderbluff and turn in a second one. Just because I have the Thunderbluff one quest already.
Talk to me. Glad I could help.
But the trip over to Thunderbluff would take some time. It would be faster if I just did the one in Undercity instead.
For the horde.
Or just turned it in on a different day or something. Yeah, I won't turn it in right now. So I need 70 more tokens on this character, and then I'll be able to grab my last little bit. So, the mage. All right. Oh yeah, that's a true. That's what my inventory looks like on mage. Gotta remember that. Just completely filled with nonsense. Completely filled. No space. Is there? Artist Consortium. Recipe in a bottle. That requires the churn belly tea. charred hornswog steaks, which is this one. Which is a drop. Yeah. And that's draconic recipe in a bottle because I did that quest and didn't pick this recipe. Same with that one. Timely Demise or Seamoth Surprise. Seamoth Surprise. I don't have the exotic spices. How much are the spices selling for? How much do they cost?
I got what you need.
Exotic spices are a gold each. A gold 30 each. That's not super cheap, but also not that much. Let's grab 19. 29, you know what? That's fine.
Hey, that's it.
I'll take 29 instead of 19. Then I can make Seamoth Surprise. Not exactly what I planned on doing right now, but that's fine. I'm not... Let me cook. Yes. No. Okay, now that's... Okay, and now I'm close enough. So I can discover a recipe just by cooking this. In theory. There we go. Aromatic seafood platter. Timely Demise or fillet of fangs. Well, I can make fillet of fangs. Come on, discover it. Discover it. Discover the recipe. There we go. Zesty fish sticks. And this requires Timely Demise or salt-baked fish cake. I can't make either of those. Fillet of fangs or salt bake. I can make fillet of fangs. Hopefully I'll discover. Nope, no luck. And this is from the community feast. That is from the overall cooking quest chain. And that's from Elder Yusa. Yeah. Gooey chocolate. Either way, that's some cooking done. Not my main goal when getting on this character.
How you doing? Be good. Keep it real. Time is money, friend. Have a good one.
But that's fine. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What's up? Be good.
Complete. Oh, hey. Opening that will give me a couple slots back. Not many. Just one. It doesn't even give me that one slot back because the rest of the clam bits are in the bank. So they don't stack right now. I did spend all my specialization points, didn't I? No, I did not. How far do I need to go into this? Torch of Primal Awakening right there. 30 points. Yeah. Oh, and in case anyone wants it, here's some food.
Watch your feet.
Down you go. Give me that. And out I go. You don't need to face me north whenever I exit a queue. You could just leave me in the orientation. 7 love tokens. Alright, we're at 252. So we're going to end today at 260. At least. Depending on how many charms I get while I'm out. Because I could easily farm up enough charms. I could easily farm up enough charms. I'll probably do that. Because I just need 14. Yeah, I only need 14. I'm going to be at 260 after finishing these 2 quests. And then every 10 charms equals 5 tokens. 20 charms. 10 tokens. 270. Thank you, Blink. Where's the bomb? There's the bomb. Is he after me? Maybe. Well, I don't care about the big dude. Someone else can take the big dude. Here, let's just frozen orb that's a little background area there. Yeah, and now I'm up to 10 charms. And I've hardly done anything. Let's say I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that before the big man comes over. Don't want to deal with the big man. I've got enough time to wait for the frozen orb. There. Easy done. And then we can go over here. And get our last page. Yes. Okay, rather than going back to Orgrimmar, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go straight to Valdrakken. Straight to Valdrakken. Oh, right. I did something. I did a couple of raid bosses last week. So I can get something from the vault. I'm only gonna have one option. It's gonna be one piece of garbage.
We maintain the Isles.
But let's look at the one piece of garbage. Yeah, look at it. 370, nah, 376. Yeah, hurrah. I mean, that's still worth it just for the transmog, in my opinion. So let's grab that. Hooray! Now I'm gonna disenchant it.
For the glory of the dragons.
Oh, the game didn't quite like me trying to take off right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these things. Yeah, I'm going to take those things. All 5 of these. Now I have them on me now. They're on my body. You still won't talk to me. To rank them up.
The Isles have awakened.
Do I need to go to the item upgrade person now?
Valdrakken quality.
Yes. Okay. That's weird. That's weird to me. 7, 5, 5, 5. And my staff. Which I can't upgrade. I can upgrade my trinket, though. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and upgrade these things. I have enough tokens. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I still haven't put a gem in my cuffs. Well, I also need to put 3 gem slots on my necklace. But yeah. Okay, so that is a complete upgraded set of Drakebreaker. Yeah, so that's 421 PvP gear across the board. That's good. That's good. Better than what I have. By a margin.
Only the finest goods.
Yeah, then I have the this PvP set. Oh, I I didn't have enough to upgrade the helmet. Okay. So I still need to upgrade the helmet. So this PvP set, I can safely disenchant. Just get rid of it. Because I'm going to go straight from this PvP set to the arena PvP set. Yeah, this is not necessary for me in any way. The amount of honor I would need to upgrade all those pieces is ridiculous.
Will that be all?
Now, it could be said that I shouldn't have, because I could upgrade those with honor
More interesting.
while I'm waiting for enough conquest to get the conquest gear. Nah. Nah, I'm good. It's fine. I can use the Drake Breaker set.
Do you seek
Okay,
knowledge?
you want 2
Our
runed
flight has
draconium
roots to
rods. Well, I can do that.
My wares were made with knowledge. We have been scattered so long.
How much further for the consortium? A ways yet. I still have a little bit of a ways. 1 simply stitched regent bag. There you go. Alright. And then fuzzy legs. From tarantulas? Huh. Wait, what's these quests that are showing up? Relic. Oh, right. I know what these are, of course. Storm Surge and the weekly dungeons. Okay, right-clicked on the tome. What was the... Arcanist's first crystal. Some... Oh, nice. Nice. Was there other things going on here? Because I don't remember being able to interact with that book before. Oh, there's another book I can interact with. Okay, I did that. Any others? Perhaps inside? No, I think they would all be outside. And they would all have to be relatively close by. Nothing there. What is this? Huh. Okay. Well, I guess that would make it really easy to take off with your mount. Grant's feather fall for 1 second. Don't miss. Okay. I mean, that's funny. But I don't know what I'm aiming for. Are there any other books I can interact with over here somewhere? That I'm just not seeing? Okay, so they just... They just do some, random miscellaneous magic things to you.
There is much to be done.
That's all.
May you find what you...
Okay. For a moment there, I couldn't find any information about them at all. I'm like, okay, there's nothing here. But then I found just a little bit of people talking about interacting with them. Savory seas. The smell of the sea. Do you smell it? Do you smell the multitude of minerals laden with thick sea salt? Do you? Suspiciously absent from the delights here today is a rare variety of fish I once tasted near the Iskara's home in Azure Span. 2 Tuskar fellows were simply roasting one over a fire, and it filled the glacial tundra with the most savory aroma. See if you can not find one for us. I know our patrons will be just as ensorcelled by the sea's flavor as I was that day. Okay. Fuzzy legs.
According to my notes, there should be some unique
Go away.
artifacts in this area.
The Scarans of old used to create fishing lures by extracting magic from the water elementals around the temple. Would you collect some for us?
Oh, there's a coin in that one. Okay, they're worth it. Sorry, random bug. Oh. I need to go in or go after that guy. If I can. He's someone I haven't fought before. He is not small. He is of a rather large size, in fact. But he's got 2 customization options, a cloak, and a toy that I don't have. What are you? You're a hunter? Everyone that's in the zone can see him being here. So me marking it in chat won't really help anything. It's just a matter of time and luck to see if people come over and fight him or not. Oh. Yep, here we go. Now we have some people. Now we have some people. on, Gaston. Nice. Not an upgrade by any means, but it is a new transmog. Man. These tackle boxes are everywhere. And I can only imagine it's due to the fact that even with everything else going on, the amount of people who have actually gotten their Tuskar rep up high enough. Oh, okay. To be able to loot these is still rather low. So with such a small number of people actually looting these, they're just absolutely everywhere. There's enough scattered around for 100 people. But out of that number, only 20 are actually able to loot them. Right, we're going over here. That's my guess as to what's going on with those things. There's another alternative, and the other alternative is that they're actually account-based and not world-based. Or shard-based, or whatever it is. And thus... Or maybe even character-based would be another way to put it. About Draken and Iskara. I mean, they're clearly not that valuable. All things said. Why did that Thresher come out of nowhere? Why is it after me? Oh, I fell into the water. I don't know where you came from, or why you really needed to fight me. But okay. Granted, I am personally of the opinion that I think they probably just respawn. And that they're not meant to be super rare. But they're still rather overabundant at the moment. Can't get that one. $13. Well, that shows that it's not account or character based. Because someone else showed up to get it. There's one. And one more will do it for me. I guess I could come back over here and check this cave for another group of small ones. I'm sure there are some more. Maybe not, though. Okay. What does that cloak even look like? Another one of these twin-tailed ones. Maybe the overabundance... What? That thresher just spawned out of nowhere to attack me again. Just... The moment I went into the water, it popped up with intents to eat me. Oh. Yes, please. There we go.
We'll be able to start that tradition anew and start a new generation of stories as well.
How far up? Okay, I'm 3 away from Tuskar and I'm 2 away from Valdrakken. Cool. Now, what is this about fuzzy legs? Oh, that's not where the cave is. There you are. That's the cave. Okay, there are no fuzzy legs in here. You are a liar. There are no fuzzy legs in here. You know what? There is some place that I know of that has spiders. There is... I think right over here, there's a cave full of spiders. Maybe it's right here, but I'm pretty sure it's over here. So let's aim for right here for now. I mean, there's even a rare spawn in that one that I just marked, called like web spinner. So let's go over there. Oh, and my other one is fireproof gear, which can just be farmed off of the Jaredin over here. There's a storm over there, but these Jarden are easier to fight. So we'll go after the easier ones. Did the Jarden over here count? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. Okay, the big ones don't count. Only the medium ones. I say medium because that is a abnormal health pool. It is not 112, nor is it 225. So it is an abnormal amount. Come on. I don't care about all those other things. The cloth bolts are nice, but I don't really need them in too much of a quantity. I've got so many already, and there's just nothing for me to do with all of them. I mean, I guess I could sell them. Yeah, I could just start selling these. Yeah, probably won't right now. There's too much other things that I could make that I haven't. You don't drop any. Neither do you. But you guys do. You're both 225s, aren't you? Yep. You're both metal shapers. Therefore... Oh, he just T-posed. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, a lot of the Kawalashi, the Jarden, are of slightly higher health pools, making them in the medium or large enemy categories. Yeah, so this snail is in the below. This is in the tiny category. It's below 112 health. I believe the regular trainees... No, the trainees have even upgraded health now. Are all the Kawalashi above 112? Yeah, so there you have a small enemy at 112. A medium at above. 225s. A lot of the... Yeah. Did something happen? Did they upgrade the health of these enemies? Why would they do that? If they did even. Maybe I just didn't notice that they had that much health, but... I mean, I noticed now. Just don't know why I wouldn't have noticed sooner. Eight. And almost all the enemies over here are at 225. Maybe all of these enemies were always at the large enemy category. That wouldn't be too surprising. Nine. Just need one more. Let's kind of just nuke this dude. There we go. Number 10. Now we can go after the tarantula legs. Gotta disenchant some of this and sell the rest. Taxidermied catches. Hey, that's a fair amount of money from the taxidermied fish. Why has my thing stopped tracking? And that is underneath. So is this. I mean, when it comes to the tackle boxes, the absolute worst I could do with them is send the fish off to one of my other characters and then use those fish as rep for the Tuskar. I mean, that's just about the worst I could do with them on this character, is just use the fish for rep. But what? Why? Why am I being attacked by threshers? What has happened? Why is this a thing? I don't understand. We can, however, disenchant and sell the garbage we have on us.
What's up?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Dragon want to animate that time, but it's fine.
There is so much to document in the Onaran Plains, hero. Another photographer is always welcome.
Hi, guy. Look, this one's kind of my fault. I did land on top of you. But I didn't cause any harm. So you could have left me alone. Where's the thing I'm looking for? There's the thing I'm looking for. Yeah, those really do look like they're just fishing things. They are what you would expect to pick up while fishing, while underskilled. Okay, there we go, fuzzy legs. Now, I don't think the spiderlings will drop what I need, but there's hope. Oh, no, they did. Cool, done. Easy finish. 90% of my time here was just getting over to the location of that, but the little ones drop it, so it's fine.
Well now, you're certainly different.
Yep. Specialization points. 7. That's pretty good. I mean, not enough. That's pretty alright. I need to get this upgraded to get Azure Weaving. And I need to get this over to here. Azure Weave Mantle, Azure Weave Robe. Yep, same with that. Yeah, I shouldn't have put so many points into this. But it's fine. This is inspiration. Yeah. Oh. That's one of the things I should have been paying attention to. That way the elementally typed Wildcloth would give me rousing elements. That makes a difference. Not that big of one, but it makes a difference. You don't get so much of the elementally infused Wildcloth that it's that huge of a difference, but it is a difference. And before I forget, I also need to spend my enchanting points. Yes, and I'm going to here. Torch of Primal Awakening. Am I, though? Because I should really get up to here. Get up to the... Yeah, okay. Okay, I was planning on treating this the same way I have other things over here. But I should probably get up to the point where I learn all these enchantments. Which, this is the one that I need the most points in. 20 here, 15 there, 20 there. Yeah. That'd be better off, so that I can learn these other enchantments. This I'll continue on exactly as I'm doing. No, nothing to change there. Alright. So, this character... I got my 22 charms. So let's go turn those in. Thunderbluff first. Yep. So this will put me at the amount of tokens I need, I believe. I'm having a hard time finding them in my pocket again. Where did I place those love tokens? Right there.
We fight when we must. For Azeroth.
Now Orgrimmar. Yep. 257. Now I should have 8 waiting for me, and 5 more that are obtainable from turning in the charm bracelet.
Time is money, friend.
Except...
Yo! Keep it real. Have a good one. Keep it real.
65. And this will be 70. 270.
Speak, friend. Go forth to victory.
This is the reputation mount for the Dragon Scale Expedition. Swift Lovebird.
Be careful out there.
There we go. There we go. Swift Lovebird. That is the mount for Love is in the Air. Now, we only need the Love Boat, which I'm currently saving up tokens on the Rogue for, and the suits. I would love to get the Love Prisms achievements, the Love Prism achievements, but that requires so many people. That requires 50 people. 50 Love Prisms. That's so much.
Got the best deals anywhere.
The exception would be if you could use it on yourself. If you could just pick this up and use it on yourself, rather than having like 50 individuals use it on you. That would work. Either way, with our new naked chicken mount, our plucked chicken, it is time for recap for today. So, we're up to 24 days, 20 hours, almost 21 hours on this character. We have 1,206 achievements. Please note, any discrepancies here is probably due to my achievement add-on. Whenever you see a discrepancy on the achievements earned, please look at the total number of achievements to double check to see if that's changed, because it might have. If I ever need a completely accurate measure, I can turn the add-on off, but this add-on gives me all these things on the right that allow me to see what events are going on that I still need to go get achievements and stuff for. So it's worth it to me. Either way, the achievement for today that's important is Fool for Love. That is a good thing. I'll probably, if I get all of the suits, I'll probably save up tokens for a love magnet and see if I can use the rays on myself. Or I could just Google it. Googling works too. Then, if we double check, yes, it's on account mode. Open up all the things. It says that I am at 16.42% total completion. Yes. So we are getting up there. It's a noticeable amount. With that, I am done for the day. Enjoy.